Hey guys, ppcian here from ppcian.com with another digital marketing definition of the day. Today I want to talk about a really interesting definition called audio beacons. Those of us who have been in digital marketing for a long time, like myself, have seen this practice and this career path transition really from a single channel or multi-channel experience to a experience of managing all of the channels. So when I first started in this career path 11 years ago, I was managing one channel. I was managing paid search. That's why I'm called ppcian. However, my career evolved over time to managing really an entire marketing program, online, offline, and now I'm managing a bunch of stuff in addition to marketing. But really, my career path, it has been great, it has been amazing, but it's not unique. I've seen this happen with other people as well. You don't have the specialists that you had in prior times these days. You're starting to see even new digital marketing professionals who have graduated college, who are getting started in digital marketing. You're seeing employers challenge them to run with more than one channel. They're running multi-channels. So the reason I'm giving this background is today's definition is really a definition that spans multiple channels, and it spans multiple channels both online and offline. So let's talk about two really interesting channels, and those are display advertising. That is a major online channel. It's one of my favorites. And let's talk about television advertising. This is obviously an offline channel, but is one of the biggest, most important, most successful marketing channels of all time. Now let's also give some background here that TV advertisers are always looking for more yield on their media. TV is expensive, it's a big deal. You don't just dabble in TV, you kind of, you go big. You can start testing online with some small campaigns. You can start with really small budgets, be really scrappy. And don't get me wrong, you can be scrappy on TV too. But when you start advertising on TV, you're putting some serious dollars forward to run those tests. So here's the deal, another background here before actually I get to that. Mobile. Mobile is an enormous trend right now. There's no denying it. Everyone is on their mobile devices, including myself, all the time. Now, we're especially on our mobile devices while we're watching TV. You know, we may be watching TV, it's a passive exercise. We've got kind of one eye on the television or zero eyes on the television, and either one or both eyes on our mobile phones. We're reading, we're checking emails, we're doing all kinds of stuff, checking our stock quotes for the investors out there like myself. And we're doing two things at once. We're multitasking. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. What's an audio beacon? Well, a TV advertiser, someone running a television commercial, can place an audio sound in their commercial that your mobile device, your mobile phone, it picks it up. It could be an audible sound, it could even be an inaudible to the human ear sound that your mobile device listens for, it picks it up, and it knows that you saw that television commercial. This may sound crazy, and it still sounds crazy to me. This is a newer concept, something that started becoming popular in 2015, and I expect it to continue to scale and evolve over time, but it's out there, it happens. How is this possible? Well, when you install apps on your phone, like myself, I have a ton of apps. I recommend to you guys listening to install at least one app a week and to really learn that app and bring your knowledge back to your business as just a way of personal growth. I love it. It's just a great way to learn. When we install those apps, we are installing other stuff with those apps along with them. So when you install an app, there's what's called an SDK, Software Developer Kit, that gets installed with the app on your mobile device. Some of these SDKs now include the listening technology for this mobile audio beacons. So if you're listening to or watching a television commercial, you're either watching or listening, your phone is always listening. The SDK will pick it up, and it will know that you saw the television commercial. Now, where does this get cool for a marketer? Think about it. You really want yield on your television commercial. You want to get as much as you can for that TV ad spend. Well, the way you can do that is if you leverage these audio beacons, you can sense that someone saw your commercial and then pair the commercial with display advertisements or other online advertisements on their mobile device. This is a way of resonating the same offer that you mentioned in TV on the mobile device. You get those multiple touch points and are more likely to convince that consumer to research and maybe even buy your product. So that's a great use case of mobile audio beacons. Another use case is just the pure analytics side of things. When you run a TV commercial, you don't know how successful those commercials are. These days, I recommend programmatic TV advertising. With programmatic TV advertising, you're buying remnant inventory. You're not just running these big spots, and you can't just look for big spikes in traffic that coincide with the time that these commercials run, because your commercials may be always running. You're buying up remnant inventory, they're running at different times. You're going to get a consistent amount of traffic from those commercials, so you can't just look in your logs to see when you got spikes in conversions and traffic. However, with a mobile audio beacon, what you can do is you can tie together the TV commercial with a conversion event on your site, or at least a click over to your site as well. So the mobile device can pick up who is watching the television commercial, and it can see what they did on their mobile device. Did they come to your site? Did they buy something? This audio beacon can tie it all together for you, so it's really cool. Now, another use case for audio beacons, you've probably heard of this phenomenon called showrooming. Showrooming is when someone is on their mobile device, they go into a store, a physical brick and mortar store, they look at products, and they're not really there with an intent necessarily to buy. They may be there just to look at the products and then later buy on Amazon or somewhere else. Now, that doesn't mean you can't convince the consumer to buy from you. It's all about consumer experience, and if you offer that best consumer experience, you have great odds of convincing them to buy in your showroom, from your store. So how do you do this? Well, if you leverage in-store audio, you can also pair that with audio beacons, again, to resonate the mobile experience with the in-store experience and start running offers, ads. You can understand who's in your store and show them maybe a coupon while they're in your store, for example, that would convince them to buy, because they won't be able to get that coupon elsewhere. It's exclusive to your store. So just another use case there for audio beacons. Now, before I close out today on this topic of audio beacons, I know this is a really interesting topic, but it's also one that is sensitive with concerns like privacy. Privacy is a big deal these days. I am a huge proponent of protecting consumers' privacy and being a responsible marketer. It will only reflect well on your brand. It is the right thing to do. If you are an honest business person like myself, you are always going to put the consumer first and do what's best for them. Now, with something like audio beacons, I think there are certain use cases for it that will work, will add value to consumers' life. There may be other use cases which push the limits. Be careful with what you do, review everything you do, and just formulate the right strategy. Be smart about it. Always have that litmus test where you are going forward with what you're doing in marketing. You're making sure that you're adding great value to someone's life. You are not going over the line though and doing too much. So just be careful with audio beacons, especially because it's a newer technology as well, something that marketers are just starting to become comfortable with. So ppcian here, digital marketing definition of the day. I appreciate you watching here, and I hope you guys are learning something. This video series here is really to help those in the industry, those who are already have a digital marketing job, but I'm also trying to help out those interviewing for jobs as well. I get a lot of requests on my blog just for advice, for information, people who are in college right now, who are back where I was in my prior life at Stanford back 11 plus years ago, looking and understanding, should I get into this career path called digital marketing? Well, I hope these videos are helping you make that right decision for your life and for your career, and also just helping you guys with the interview process, because I bet you some of these questions may come up during the interviews. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.